Let me take a guess. This is not the first trading video you've ever watched on YouTube. In fact, you've probably watched tens of videos, if not hundreds of videos, focused on trading setups, and maybe you've dabbled a little bit in trading psychology as well, because you're like, well, if the setups aren't working, it's got to be me, it's got to be my own psychology. I need to learn positive affirmations, visualizations, conceive, believe, achieve, visualize the trade, see me taking it and all of that. What you've probably spent very little time on is actually thinking about and then developing your own systems and routines. Seriously, have you actually thought about what are you doing? What are your systems? What are your routines when it comes to parts of your trading plan? Is it just random? Are you doing random things? If you're doing random things, let me guess, you're probably getting random outcomes. So this video is really going to focus on your systems and routines, specifically focused on scanning and preparing yourself for the next session as best you can, creating a trading plan, identifying the leading areas, identifying the leading stocks, planning out trades, and then really performing your trading plan when the market is open during the next session. There are two books which are must listen tos, must read. Those two books are Peak by Anders Ericsson. It's fantastic. It covers the topic of deliberate practice. Must read. There's another one as well, which is by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits, and he has a fantastic quote. This quote here changed my life, okay? You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your goal is your desired outcome. We all have goals. We all have things we want to achieve, but your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. So look at your own systems and routines. What are you doing on a daily basis? Are you doing random things in terms of your stock screening? If you're doing random things, you're probably going to get random results. So this is all about creating discipline, creating consistency in a specific area of your trading plan. So I'm going to show you 3 bits of software which are very, very useful. Number 1 is going to be my custom stock screener that I built from the ground up with my team to identify leading stocks in leading groups very, very quickly. Number 2 is then TradingView to plan out the trades. And number 3, who are the video sponsor, is MarketSmith to get a very deep dive in terms of the fundamentals. So with all of that being said, let's get into this video. On here, I'm going to keep it free for you guys until the 19th of January, I think I said today. Okay guys, if you're still here after that rant of an introduction, well done you. This is what we're going to be going through in the video. Systems and routines, building discipline, building a process, building consistency. Really link what I'm saying back to your own systems and routine. I'm not you, you are you. You need to do this for you. So systems and routines, this is what we're going to do from a screening standpoint. First and foremost, we're going to look high level. We're going to look at the major indexes. Then we're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to look at the sectors. Where are we seeing relative strength? Where are we seeing relative weakness? Then we go a step further. We look at groups and themes. Are there any themes? Are there any groups that look very strong? We're seeing a lot of relative strength. There's constructive basis. Then we really go down into the identification process, which is the individual stock screening. So then it's all about, when we've done this top tier, then we're going down and we're then trying to identify leading stocks that are meeting our setup criteria heading into the next session. Now, if you've watched a lot of the videos on the channel, including the blueprint video, hopefully you know the type of setups I'm looking for: flags, pennants, wedges, Davis boxes, VCPs, ascending triangles, cup and handles, all of that good stuff in leading stocks, ideally with stellar fundamentals. I'll take you through what I think stellar fundamentals are a little bit later. Then it's all about, okay, we've identified some stocks that look good, but then what's the logical flow of the process next? Well, we need to create a watch list, don't we? Those leading stocks, we need to put them in a watch list. We need to then take a look. Maybe there's 5, maybe there's 10, maybe there's 15, maybe there's 1, 2, 3, 7. There could be however many there could be. So then what we need to do is plan out potential trades. Okay, maybe we've identified 5 stocks that we think, yeah, it looks nice. Davis box, flag, cup and handle, VCP, wedge, pennant, the risk makes sense. Okay, then we want to plan them out and decide which is best, and then which, if any, we then want to be targeting heading into the session. So this is the finalizing trading plan. So remember, there's 4 parts to every single trade. Number 1, identify. Number 2, control. Number 3, mitigate. And finally, number 4, optimize. I'm doing the identification, the controlling, and the risk mitigation side, planning that all out before I even put the trade on. I'm planning it all out. And then this is then about weighing it up and going, okay, I think this trade here is maybe a 7 out of 10, but this one over here, this is 9 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to go for the 9 out of 10 first. And then when the market opens, perform the trading plan. So I do all of this part here. I do it when the market is closed. I don't do it when the market is open. I'm running around like a headless chicken trying to go, I got to find a setup, that's going. I'm looking at pre-buzz things, I'm looking at vol buzz on TC2000, and I'm looking at what's up on. I'm not doing that. I'm not running around like a headless chicken. Okay, I'm literally just dialing it in, staying extremely focused on, this is my trading plan. I did it the night before. Now I'm just performing my trading plan. And then, yeah, sure, I'm going to have open positions in other stocks that I'm just managing those as well. That'll be more so in potentially the risk mitigation or the optimizing profits. If I haven't mitigated the risk, I'll be thinking about, okay, how can I mitigate the risk on this trade? And then into the optimized profit, I'm just watching, monitoring them. Does it meet any, or has it violated any selling rules, selling guidelines? So I need to exit part or all of the position. So it's really focused. It's really detailed. So this is what we need to do. This is where you need to come at it from. Reverse engineer your stock screening goal. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Reverse engineer the logical steps to achieve that. So what are you trying to accomplish? So for me, this is me talking here, my video, this is me talking, right? So before the market opens, so I do it the night before, I'm trying to plan and prepare as best I can for the next session by identifying leading stocks providing favorable reward to risk trading opportunities. Then during the session, before my trading plan to the best of my abilities, repeat, just do that. Rinse and repeat every day. Consistency, discipline, process. That's all I'm trying to do. So let me now take you through a couple of the logical steps. So as I said, there's going to be 3 bits of software, okay, that you're going to need or require, or I think will be useful for you, and I'm going to show you how I'd use them. So that's my custom built stock screener, it's TradingView, and then it's MarketSmith as well. Now if you don't like TradingView and like TC2000, you can do this on TC2000 as well. Do you need both of them? No, you don't need both of them, you just need one. TradingView for me edges it. I like the tools, I like the functionality, I just think TradingView is better basically. So that's the one that I'm going to be using here. So you can probably see over here, okay, you can see that I've got a list. Now there's 87 tickers in this list. So if I click here, this is the market overview. Now I've actually got an importable link to this for members on my platform. So this is the market overview here. So you can see the ones tagged pink, these are going to be, if I now flip over here, these are going to be kind of the major indexes, a little bit higher level. So it's things of like the SPYs, the Qs, MDY, mid caps, IWO, smaller cap growth, Bitcoin's in there. And then you'll see the ones tagged blue and dark blue, they are going to be the 11 sector ETF. So this is then what I'm doing every day, okay? I'm going through this list and going, okay, where do I see relative strength? Where do I see things of interest? So XLF, I tag this dark blue, okay? I can see this is tightening up quite nicely. You've got a shakeout demand tail underneath the 10-day EMA, kind of a flag type pattern. Maybe there's going to be some financials, banking stocks that are setting up. Interesting. If I go down a few more, this is XLK. So when I look at XLK, which is this technology sector ETF, it's recently popped back up here, reclaimed all key moving averages. Now short term, yeah, it's popped up a little bit, may need a little bit of a consolidation in here, but look how the relative strength line is turning up. It's been a prior leading area. I can see that with all these 52-week highs, okay? Free tool, relative strength line, just search my name in the indicators. It's right here, Jack Corsellis RS line. You'll find it. It's super duper useful. I think pin it to the bottom of the chart like that. So I can see it's been a leading area, okay? Potentially a little undercut of the 21, bouncing at the 50. Can it maybe tighten up for a couple of handles type pattern? Okay, interesting. I'm going to be interested in technology stocks. Why? Because they pop back up here. They're showing relative strength. So then I want to be screening in a minute in terms of some leading areas of the market. So we just take the look there at the indexes. We take a look there at the sectors. Now we want to go a little bit deeper. So the rest of these are more so going to be theme ETFs, group ETFs, okay? So I've just tagged a couple for you. So this one here, this is Hack. So this is a cybersecurity ETF. So I'm going for it and going, okay, powerful uptrend here. Look at all the 52-week highs. This is showing a lot of leadership versus the S&P 500. There's likely to be leadership here within the group. So already I'm thinking cybersecurity, that could be an area to focus. Now, again, a little bit V-shaped in nature right now, isn't it? But if the group can pull back down here and maybe tighten up, build a little Davis box, build a little handle, okay, that could look interesting. Look at the back-to-back 52-week highs as well. Very strong reclaim of all key moving averages. Interesting. Maybe cybersecurity is going to be an area to focus on. So I'm just flagging it. I'm just tagging it and going, okay, I want to focus a little bit of my screening on there. Then we'll go down a little bit more. This is IGV. This is the main software ETF that I look at. So what I'm looking at here is, okay, turn up in the relative strength line in the last couple of sessions. Prior leading area, I can see that with all the 52-week highs. So it undercuts the 21, comes near to the 50-day, and it's popped back up here. It's a little bit of kind of like a UV shaped at the minute. But if this can tighten up a little bit, build a little Davis box, a little kind of handle there, a little pivot, tight consolidation, that looks interesting. So okay, I've got cybersecurity, I've got software, a little bit broader. They look quite interesting to me. Then I'll keep going down here, and there's SMH. This is the main semiconductor ETF. So semiconductors, I know, are a leading area of the market. Why? I can just look at these 52-week highs on the relative strength line. Okay, and then I can see of late as well, the RS line has been turning back up. The ETF has been able to reclaim all key moving averages. Maybe this can turn out to be a little handle, might need a little bit more work in there to kind of consolidate, but that looks pretty interesting. Just spinning back to IGV, okay, this is what I've got in my head right now. Okay, it's popped up here. It's not looking dissimilar to right here. Okay, it was a little bit kind of V, but U-shaped in nature where it's popped up here. So then what I'd be looking for IGV to do, software to do as well, is this. Just pull back, start building that tight little consolidation, low volume, shake out demand tails, gap down reverse bars, trigger bars if you guys have followed me for a little while. Okay, this is then what I'm looking for the likes of IGV to start doing. That would be very constructive if the leading stocks within this group can do it as well. So you may be wondering, where can I find that to import those 87 tickets? I'm glad you are. So if I go over here, okay, this here is my trading plan and market health tool. This is me planning and preparing as best I can for the next session. Then I'm just trying to perform my trading plan during the next session. So it's this one right here, okay, TradingView, tickers in trend monitor. You click that and then you can just import it into TradingView. I'm going to show you how you can then import another watch list that we're about to create into TradingView as well. And then if I just scroll down on this page, you can see here they are. Here are the phases. So kind of Wyckoff price cycle, Stan, Weinstein. These are the different phases. Phase 2 early, phase 3 distributional top, phase 1 basis, is it early, is it late in that potential phase? So you can see the ones that I'm flagging here. Okay, cybersecurity, AI powered, equity ETF, AI obviously very strong. The software ETF is there, like I was talking about with the bank. So KBE, the S&P 500 bank ETF. You got the home builders in there as well. Semiconductors are here, regional. Banking, retail, some of the retail stocks look strong. Bug, another cybersecurity ETF down there as well. So I'm flagging the ones that I think are of interest to members. So, okay, we've done that kind of high level thing. So if we just spin back over here a minute, okay, we're going, okay, systems and routines. So very quickly, I've taken you through major indexes, sectors, groups and themes. Now we go into the identification process, the screening. So this is where we're going to use my custom built stock screener. Now remember, I'm a trader, so I built this from the ground up for specifically what I want it to do. I want it to really quickly find leading stocks in specific groups, preferably that are very liquid, have high ADR, displaying a lot of relative strength. And I can add a bit of earnings and sales into it as well. Then if I want to get a little bit deeper in terms of fundamentals, I bring in MarketSmith. I'll show you a little bit later on. So now we go into the leading stocks. So this is what we're now doing. We're going to scan for leading stocks in those specific areas. Now, even better, I've actually created you a couple of these are free. I don't know who else would do this for you. Build you a custom built stock screen and then give you free screens as well. Free screens for software and semiconductors that I was just showing you. So IGV, SMH of the world, okay? So this is what we're now going to do. We're going to create a watch list, and then I'm going to show you how I plan out potential trades, and then I'm going to show you how I finalize the trading plan and get myself set for the next session, okay? And again, coming at it from 4 parts. Every single trade is going to have 4 parts, whether you know it or not, whether you're any good at it or not. It has 4 parts: identify, control, mitigate, and optimize. So let's go into the scanning for leading stocks. Ready? So we come across here, okay? Now this is it here. Go to the preset screens. I'm going to keep this free for a week. So the current date that I filmed this here is the 12th of January. I'm going to keep this free for you guys until the 19th of January. So even if you're not a paying member on my platform, you can go and use this for free. You sign up, literally, it's free. You need your name, you need your email address. You'll be able to do what I'm about to do right now, and it's free. It's free. Ready? Here we go. Go preset screens. Scroll down here, okay, and go sector group. These are the 2 ones that you're going to get for free for a week till the 19th of January. Sector group, so .US leading semiconductor stocks, and then this one here, sector group .US leading software stocks. So leading semiconductors, leading software is what we're going to be looking at. Why? Because a little bit higher up, we were just looking at IGV and going, okay, strong, maybe needs to consolidate a little bit, but there looks to be some leadership there. Same for semiconductors as well. So let's start here with semiconductors. So what you do is you just come down here, click on this one, click search like that. Now in our US stock database, we have around about 5,500 stocks. We've now just taken it down to 16 results. So from 5,500 stocks, we're now looking at 16. Now we can filter this a little bit as well for what type of stocks we want to see first. But what are we looking for here? I want the market cap to be greater than 300 million. I want the price versus the 21-day EMA to be above it. I want the price to be above the 50-day, above the 200-day. I want powerful uptrends. I want leadership. I want strength. I want the 50-day average volume to be greater than 100K. I want the 20-day ADR percentage, the average daily range percentage, to be above 2. And I want the country to be in US. And then the industry group, I want it to be in one of the 2 semiconductor related industry groups. So we click search there, right? Now what we could do here, we could screen these in a couple of different ways. So on software, I'll show you how to do it with 20-day ADR, but right here, let's go relative strength 1 week. So what I'm going to do here is go relative strength 1 week like this, okay? I could also do it on the industry group relative strength as well if I want, but let's just do it broader brush here, relative strength 1 week. So this is going to identify those stocks in the semiconductor related industry groups that have basically turned up like that, showing a lot of relative strength. So now I'm going to click charts here. Now I've got it for the purpose of this video to show you it a little bit quicker. I've got two per row, and I've got the moving average set to the 21 SMA. If you want to change that, you can come to your area, go your settings, you can have it 1 per row, which then works really good on, say, your phone or a tablet or things like that. But if you want to keep it nice and quick, super speedy, then you can do it like this. So I can see NVIDIA, right? And I can see that NVIDIA is coming out of this almighty base. If I click 5-year here, that's going to show me the weekly chart. Look at that. NVIDIA breaking out of a weekly base like this. Look at the volume coming through, and then you had a little bounce off the 21 SMA. Okay, over $500 as well. NVIDIA looks really strong. There's a pretty good sign for the market, right? NVIDIA coming out of a multi-month base. That's pretty good. So what I'm going to be doing is scrolling down, and I'm going to use the 21 SMA, which is the blue line on the charts, as a little bit of an anchor point. Okay, for a lot of these stocks, 21 region is where I'm going to be looking for setup. So I'm then looking for strength. I'm looking at AMD and going, okay, AMD, nice uptrend, bounced a couple of times off its 21 SMA, little shake out demand here around 150, could potentially carve out like a handle here, potential cup and handle. What I'm then going to do is flag this, okay? So I'm going to go click this, it's called a hamburger menu. I'm going to click this like this. I'm going to put it in a watch list. You want to create a new watch list? Just create a new watch list. I'm going to put it in this watch list. Then I'm going to show you how I import that into TradingView a little bit later. So, okay, AMD is going to go in there. Rambus, a little bit choppy. Now, again, as I said, I'm using the 21 as an anchor point here. I'm looking for, so I know I'm looking at a strong group, but now I'm trying to identify and pinpoint the leading stocks within that group. Okay, this is key. So I'm looking at AMD. AMD here is much stronger than Rambus. Rambus is currently below its 21 SMA, whereas AMD is above it. Rambus hasn't been able to get back above it. It kind of lost it, didn't get back above it, whereas AMD just bounced off of it. Which stock is stronger? Which stock is displaying greater relative strength? It's AMD. Remember, relative strength, it's not my opinion, it's not your opinion, it's the opinion of the market. Right now, the market is telling me, from a technical perspective, from a relative strength perspective, whatever you think about the fundamentals of Rambus versus AMD, the market's telling me it prefers AMD. It's performing better. So I want to be looking at AMD. We can come down a little bit. Camtech here. So, okay, this stock here, 21, okay, bounced multiple times, decent sized base, looks to be consolidating quite nicely. I'm going to tick this one as well. So I'm going to put that in the watch list. Okay, this one here, Skywater, okay, powerful move, but it didn't look as strong as, say, like a CAMT. Broadcom, okay, this one here, look at this move. I'm in this stock at the time of filming this. So look at this here, look at the volume coming through, really good move coming through there, undercut the 21. Yeah, this is a really strong stock. Let me put that in there as well. It's currently in my True Market Leaders list as well. Let me keep going down. Okay, you got Lam Research, okay, kind of just below it. Maybe I don't want that one. Intel, big old stock, bounce off the 21, bounce off the 21, looks to be tightening around there. Okay, I'm going to be putting this one in a watch list as well. Let me go down, we'll do one more here. So Micron Technology as well, okay, kind of undercut, reclaim the 21, pulling back down here, okay, tightening up around that. Maybe I want to go take a look at it. Maybe it's going to put in like a nice shakeout demand tail or a nice kind of gap down reversal bar or something like that. Nova Limited as well. Look at the move this stock's made from about $88 up to 130, kind of undercut, maybe a big cup and handle type pattern forming here. There's the cup, there's the handle, maybe a much larger base. Okay, maybe I want to be flagging that one, doing a little bit more work. So I punched the microphone, sorry about that. Okay, so that's software, that's semiconductors done, sorry. Now we're going to go on to software. So again, this here, it is free. I've made this free for a week until the 19th of January. Come here, click preset screens, scroll down and go leading software stocks like this. Click this one here, go search, okay? I've made this free. Ready, I'll show you. I'll go edit here, and then I come down here, and then here, make preset, and then access level free and above. I've made it free for a week for you guys. So go and test it out. You just need a name, you need an email address. You can then go and do what I am currently showing you, okay? So what I'm going to do is go update screen like that. Now this time, we're going to look at this in terms of 20-day ADR percentage. So what we've been able to do is we've got the parameters here, same as the semiconductors, but we've just now changed the entry groups. Obviously, if you're a paying member, you can copy this screen here, and then you could tweak it to look at, say, financial and banking related stocks. You could tweak it to look at more like residential construction related stocks if you want as well. But this is more so designed to find the stronger stocks in specific entry groups from that higher level screening that we were doing, and kind of filtering it down and going, okay, how do the major indexes look? How do the sectors look? What are the groups? What are the themes that look strong? And then how do we go about identifying very quickly and efficiently those leading stocks? So what we're going to do here as we're going to scroll down, and now what we've done, our database of around about 5,500 US stocks, we've taken it down to 97 software stocks. Now what I want to do here is, if you want to look at the quicker stocks, the ones with higher 20-day ADR percentages, I'm going to double click this here, okay? Now what this is going to do is put the stocks with the highest that meet this stringent criteria, the highest 20-day ADR percentages to the top. So some of these are going to be a little bit less liquid. You can see market cap 382 million, market cap only 892 million. So if if you then wanted to, you could copy the screen if you're a paying member and put a min market cap on it of like 2 billion or something like that, or increase the 50-day average volume. We're looking to bring in dollar volume as well in the next couple of weeks, couple of months or something, which could be really good. So then you can screen with dollar volume as well as ADR percentages and all of this other stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click charts like this. So we're going to see 2 per row, just like that. So we're loading 50 per page here, which is pretty darn quick if you ask me. So then what I'm going to be doing is scanning through them in a similar manner to what I was just doing with the semiconductor related stocks. Now I'm going to go through them pretty dialed in, already know the kind of ones that I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to try and find some with an AI component for you as well. So I'm just going to be going down here. So super micro computer, look at the size of this base here. Click 5 year, we'll see it on the weekly chart as well. Big old weekly base. This is a leading stock in the market. So this one here, okay, it's popped above its 21. Okay, this one's probably going to be showing some relative strength of late, because again, I know what the major indexes look like. I know what the sectors look like as well. So this one here, hamburger menu, I'm going to put that in a watch list that soon we're going to import into TradingView. Going to keep coming down here. This is CGNT. Okay, nice move here, little undercut and reclaim of the 21 inside bar, shake out to Montel for the final bar. Yeah, okay, let's put that in our watch list. We can go and do a little bit more work on that. IoT AI components to this stock. Last 3 earnings reactions where these volume pops are, and this one here, I think this was maybe the largest volume or 3rd largest volume ever for the stocks. Okay, undercut the 21. Maybe that's going to set up, so I want to be tagging that one. Let me keep going down. So we've got this one here. So you got like a PagerDuty. Okay, yeah, it looks pretty strong over the last week or so, but is it showing relative strength versus like an IoT? I know where I want to be focused right now. So we'll keep coming down here. Again, this is just the top results on the page. Shift all payments, powerful move up here from low $40 to about $76. Undercut, recame 21-day EMA. Okay, that looks interesting. If that can put in an inside bar or 2 around the 21. Snapchat, look at the strength of this move here. Stock starting to base. Okay, I want to be flagging that. That looks extremely strong right now. Grinder of all things, here we go. So powerful move up here, bounce off the 21 SMA. Okay, let me put that in a watch list as well. Monday.com, okay, a little bit choppy, but maybe a larger base here. Let's see the weekly chart. Okay, potentially coming out of a larger phase 1 base. You guys are getting the idea, right? This is just top page of results. You've got VTEX. This is maybe like an earnings gap and pulling back in. I could put that one in there. GitLabs. So I'll finish with this one. I'll finish with this one here, okay? Because this is one AI component to it as well. I'm going to show you the MarketSmith fundamentals for this one in a second. So okay, we've now been able to stick those in a watch list. So this one here, this is a good earnings reaction. Then okay, interesting. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go down to your area. I'm going to go to your watch list. So I like just having a weekly watch list every week. If you don't want to keep them, so you can go back, look at other stocks, you can do that. You can have multiple watch lists if you want, if you're a paying member. So what I'm going to do is click this eye here. So those stocks that we were just looking at, semiconductors and software related stock, we've now got 14 stocks. Okay, so remember, we were going high level first. We were looking at the major indexes, looking at the sectors, looking at the individual groups, trying to identify, okay, where's strong, where are we trying to position ourselves for, try and get some exposure to in potentially coming in coming sessions. Then we're doing, okay, what are the leading stocks within those groups? I think here, if you guys have been trading for a little while, you'll know that you're looking at these stocks, you're like, there's some pretty high quality stocks there. That looks really interesting actually. So okay, what we're now going to do is we're going to go bulk actions, and we're going to go export all to TradingView and TC2000 like this. So it's going to download it like this. Now what I can do is I can go back into TradingView. I can then click here. I can then click import watch list like this. That's then going to load it up. I'm then going to go downloads like this. I'm then going to select that watch list right there. I'm going to go open, and then those 14 stocks, there they are right there. So I can detag these. I've been tagging these for other things. I can do it like this. It will keep it in the order. So I've actually got the semiconductors first, being AMD, Broadcom, and also CAMT, and then we go into the other things. So let me load up GTLB. That's my stutter. So this is GitLabs here. So okay, this stock here, I'm just going to zoom out on it. So I'm trying to get a little bit of a feel for the stock. Okay, it's relatively new in terms of its IPO. For me, going all kind of Wyckoff price cycle on this, I'm like, okay, clearly phase 4 into potentially a sizable phase 1 base. Looks to be trying to come out of that sizable phase 1 base. You could also look at it as a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. Left shoulder here, head here, which is more so a Wyckoff spring, and then over here forming the right shoulder. If we then go take a look at some of these earnings bars, that's a gap down reversal bar. This is a powerful gap up. It'll kind of shake out to Martel as well on the earnings gap here. Similar bar. I know it's red, but it's a bullish bar. Okay, shake out to Martel. Look at the volume coming through. So what we then have, this is the 3rd largest volume ever on the earnings, and the last 2, the largest volume and the 2nd to large volume on the earnings So the 3 largest volume bars ever is what I'm trying to say badly, were on earnings, and what I'm seeing actually is a lot of accumulation, and from a price cycle standpoint, really like it. So now what I'm looking for is an optimal base to form as per my criteria. So an optimal setup, right? So flag, pennant, wedge, Davis box, VCP, ascending triangle, cup and handle, whatever it may be. So I'm looking at this stock here and thinking, wow, this is quite interesting. It's somewhat of like I'd be looking at more so basically like a Davis box from this earnings gap, just kind of sideways consolidation, undercut, reclaim, 1021 EMA. Shakeout demand tails coming through. Look how that volume has been consistently below for many weeks, below this black line, which is the 30 bar average on the volume. So what would I be looking for now? Well, I'd like to see a little pivot kind of form in here. So something like this, where the stock can kind of just tighten up, something like that. Maybe another shakeout demand tail, an inside bar or two. That could look really interesting. So then what I'd want to do as well is think about the average daily range percentage of this stock. The one I use, the indicators, it's this top one here. Pause the video and then you can put that in. That's the one that I use here, okay? So then what I'd be thinking about, imagine if it's this last bar here. So for me, it's going to be a little bit wide at the minute potentially. Let's take a look, right? 3.5%. It's pretty tight, but maybe I want it to kind of tighten up a little bit more in coming sessions. So let's imagine the stock kind of tightens like this in this kind of like blue area as we're drawing it. So then what's my risk on the trade going to be? Well, my risk could be maybe like under 3%, 2.5%, something like that. That could then look pretty favorable versus the 20-day ADR percentage. And then we kind of get in the latter part of this base, this kind of cup, little handle there, little Davis box action in this then blue zone. If I pull this across, okay, this is a stock from a technical perspective that looks quite interesting. Now I want to take it then a step further. So when I identify that, okay, I think it looks like a fairly interesting stock for me. Now I really want to start dialing into the fundamentals. I don't want to do the fundamentals first. I don't want to spend my time like looking at the fundamentals of a stock that's absolutely terrible and I have no interest in buying it anytime soon. I want to start with, okay, some really nice chart patterns coming through in a strong area of the market, strong theme. This is software AI related to it. And then what I want to do is then start looking at the fundamentals. So what I'll do is I'll pull it up here. So this is GTLB on MarketSmith. If you want a discounted MarketSmith trial, as I punch the microphone again, there is a link in the description and the comment section below. So here we go, right? So I'm looking at this here on the weekly chart. This is that inverted head and shoulders type pattern. So left shoulder head, right shoulder here, breaking through the neckline, coming out here on the earnings. Look at the volume coming through as well. Very impressive. So earnings in the most recently reported quarter up 190%. Sales have grown from 8 quarters ago, 77 million up to 149 million. Like it. That is some really nice growth year over year and sequentially quarter over quarter as well. If you take a look at the EPS on a quarterly basis being reported, it's nothing. 1 cent. So the company is profitable in that quarter, and then 9 cents. That's quite a material change. Something else I like to look for is the yearly EPS going into all-time high territory. So the company goes from losing money, 13 cents estimate for 2024, 2025, 34 cents. So the EPS estimate going into all-time high territory. Nice market cap as well of just under 10 billion. So transitioning could be from that kind of mid cap into large cap. I look over here, 2 high quality growth funds in there as well. Okay, like that. And as I said, like it from a Wyckoff price cycle as well. So that's basically, guys, that there is how I just work through the logical process. If I come back here, that's how I work through the logical process every day of developing systems and routines, developing consistency, developing a process, developing discipline. I do this at specific times every single day. So this here is kind of when the market is closed and or closing for me. The UK market, or sorry, the US market, UK time for me closes at 9 p.m. So in the evening when everything is quiet, when I'm not being distracted, that's when I'm doing my scanning. That's when I'm building my trading plan, finalizing my trading plan for the next session. Then when the market opens, which is 2:30 p.m. my time in the afternoon, that's when I'm just performing my trading plan. Okay, the stocks I identified and how I plan the trade out to control the risk mitigation, optimize profits, I'm just performing that to the best of my ability. And then when the market starts going, I just rinse and repeat. I just do this again. So it's systems and routines for yourself. Yes, you need to know the setups. Yes, you need to have some decent psychology as well and not have kind of limiting beliefs of yourself and self-sabotaging yourself. But you also need to have a lot of consistency, a lot of discipline in your systems and routines. I'll read this quote to you one more time because it's fantastic. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your goal is your desired outcome. Your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. So your goal is your desired outcome, but it's your systems that are the collection of daily habits that will get you there. What are you doing on a daily basis? What does your day look like? What do your habits look like to achieve your goals? They are questions that you really want to ponder, meditate on, ask yourself on, and then develop it. Stop watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. There's no holy grail like that. There's no YouTube video that you're just going to watch and everything is going going to click. It's you, and it comes down to your systems and routines and improving daily your systems and routines, tweaking, identify, trying to improve this, trying to improve that. So the other book that is fantastic is Peak by Anders Ericsson, to really understand deliberate practice, to really achieve mastery in specific areas and how you use deliberate practice to do that. So then looking at specific parts of your systems and routines to go, I can improve that. How can I improve that? It's the Dave Brailsford as well, the marginal gains, trying to get 1% better in specific areas of your trading. So doing things in a very detailed perspective. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed that video. Remember that this screen here that I created for free for you guys, I'll go back into StockScreenHero. Let me show you where it is. So this one here, I'm going to keep it free for you guys until the 19th of January, I think I said. So there you go. It's going to be free and above the semiconductor ETF screen or semiconductor stock screen and also the software screen. So I really hope you then, guys, enjoy scanning. I can't talk at the end of this video. I'm not feeling too good either. But I really hope you guys enjoy scanning with this free screener for a little while.